This is The Scene
on BBC Radio London with Aurie Styla.
This is The Scene.
Beanie Man, who am I? What's going on? This is BBC Radio London. My name is Aurie Styla. You're listening to The Scene. I've got my next guest in the building. We've been having some banter already. As soon as he stepped in, I brought him into the banter that I've been having with one of my producers today. I got producer-director in the building, Sam Addo. How you doing, sir?
I'm very well, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I can't complain. I cannot complain. So you look, can I just say, you look like you're ready to defend. Like I'm going to ask you something that's going to throw you off. You look like you're ready for the defense.
No, I walked in and you gave me what you gave me with the Star Trek.
I had to know if you were...
really, I'm just busting up really in my head. This is cool.
That's cool.
This is cool.
But
plus I'm a fan, to be honest. I've seen some of your shows, like your live
Oh, thank you.
In fact, just before I got the call about come in, be interviewed, I did see your congratulations, you know what I mean? Your lineup of your shows is coming.
Oh yes, the tour.
Looking at some dates, bro, because you're good. You're
Thank
good.
you,
You're
brother.
funny, and
Thank
you
you.
don't come with the foolishness. You come with the consciousness as well. So
Hey, he
we
knows.
need that, B. We
Thank
need
you.
that. You know what I
Thank
mean?
you, Sam. I appreciate
so,
that.
No, love, man. Love. Thank you for having me here.
No, hey, thank you for coming down. You've been working too.
Grinding,
Drive
trying.
straight, like right into it. Cards on the table.
Yes, sir.
Let's put the cards on the table.
Put your cards on the table. Yes.
Well,
Straight.
what I'm talking about is cards on the table. Cards on the table is something, a project of yours. Tell us a bit about that.
Cards on the table. First and foremost, my name is. Good evening, listeners. My name is Sam Addo. I am independent. Yeah.
My
Aurie.
apologies.
What happened there? Should we start again? Let's go over.
All right, not Sam Addo, it's Sam Addo.
It's Sam Addo. Yeah.
Okay.
Let him know what it is.
I'm going to show you the paper. That says Sam Addo, which is true, but I read this one which says...
I'm short-sighted, so I can't see that.
That one says Sam Addo.
All right.
So that's my bad.
Okay.
It must be one of my Stargate producers.
Oh, dear. It's beef at BBC.
I'm gonna get in trouble. She's gonna slap me when she sees me.
Oh
She's
dear!
gonna tell me I'm playing. I'm just messing. I'm just trying not to.
Aurie's got a few scars on his face from where he been slapped the other day. You know what I mean? Please, producers, take it easy on Aurie. Please. I'm available to replace him.
No, you're. Hey, none of
when
that.
he's needed. I'm playing.
None of that. No P45 is going nowhere today right now. But yeah,
Okay.
tell us, cards on the table, sir.
Right, okay, so my name's Sam Addo. I'm an independent filmmaker. Cards on the Table is a feature film. It's my debut feature film.
Nice.
It's a simple drama shot over 7 days and 7 nights with an incredible team. It's a drama about 4 lifelong friends and their failures and their victories in life. It came about some years ago when one of my dear friends and I we just sat down and looked at the films that were coming out from the UK, from our community.
Yeah.
And as much as there are films being made by people that look like us for our community, there just seemed to be a lack of diversity by way of storytelling. You know, unfortunately, it just seemed to be a bit, you know, sort of about gangs, you know, negativity. And to be honest, these things happen. These things do happen, and there's no disrespect at all to the directors behind these films, because as a filmmaker, you're always going to go on and make more and more films with different stories, right?
Of course, yeah.
But we just sat there and decided, nah, man, let's just tell a everyday story, like an every man's tale, as it were. You know what I mean? Why can't we talk about a brother from Nigeria, Jamaica, and just love and where he's gone wrong and failures and victories, and you know what I mean? So we took a gamble on ourselves, put our hands in our pocket, pulled as many favours as we could. We shot the film. We had a very successful screening, June 27th.
Nice.
There's some real cool videos of the screening out there, and the film was released digitally, and it was released on July the 8th.
Nice.
Our business model is the film can only be streamed for 100 days, which takes us up to around October 16th or something.
Okay.
And after which point we hope to place it with a channel, like get a licensing deal situation, which we're diligently getting on with now.
Nice. That's a strong, sturdy plan.
Thank you, my brother. It's about ownership, you know what I mean? That's where I'm coming from.
Literally just about to say, it's good that you can take something like this into your own hands, right, and create from top to bottom rather than creating a bit and then going, all right, I need other people
It's
to then
important.
license.
It's important.
To own your stuff.
A lot of people ring me who have seen the film and who like the film, saying, oh, you should take this to Netflix. There's a lot of people saying that, but they're not saying how to do it. It's not as simple as they think. 1, 2, if you was to go running to the likes of Amazon or Netflix, it's a leverage game as far as I'm concerned. If you go knocking on the door of Amazon or Netflix, invariably they will give you what they will give you. But if for whatever reason they want to come to you, it's a different conversation.
Yeah.
That's the game I think I'm playing.
Nice.
You know what I mean? You think that makes sense?
No, it does. It's good to be in control. I understand the going to them, literally pitching what you want to be shown on their channel. They'll go, well, why do we need you?
All day.
But if they see what you're doing and come to you, then you can both go, well, why do we need each other?
There you go.
So well done for that, sir.
My man, thank you, bro.
When you said it was shot over 7 days and nights, I mean, is that when you say you actually filmed it over 7 days and nights?
I don't lie, man. I promise you, I'll give you my word.
That's a very quick turn.
I would never suggest anyone should do that. I feel like I feel like I died 4 or 5 times doing it. But no, by way of budget and scheduling, the only way I could have convinced the team to do it and to be available and for the money we had and the locations, we had to turn this around in 7 days. So we really done it. I think we done something like 12, 14-hour days. It was grueling. You know what I mean? But you do that's what you do for the things you love, right?
No, definitely.
You know what I mean? It took us a long time to finish the film, to edit it, then to deliver it. But we honestly shot it in 7 days and 7 nights. The last 7 days of October 2017, I can never forget it because I literally had a heart attack every single day. It was pressure.
You got to be careful, man. You don't.
No. I would never do that again. In truth, in hindsight, with a true budget, I would have liked to have done it over sort of 30 days. But it just wouldn't happen. It wasn't going to happen.
I understand.
And sometimes you really got to take a gamble on yourself, and we did. So at this moment, I'd love to just quickly say big love to everyone in front of the camera and behind the camera on this particular project.
So one thing I saw when it came to describing Cards on the Table was one of the lines that was said here is introduces a array of young, fresh acting talent. Yes, all while keeping diversity and disability at its heart. Mm-hmm. What does that mean? As
a filmmaker, I've been in the industry over 20 years. I'm ex-BBC. I used to work at Channel U, so on and so forth. And film, TV, music has always been my passions. But growing up, I've always had a slight issue with the word diversity, because it always seems to be just about black people. When in my work, I want to see a 75-year-old. I want to see a 9-year-old. I want to see a plus-size woman and a slim woman. It's, where are the stories of Chinese people from the UK, for instance, yeah? So that was in mind when casting. And then disability, I happen to have what they call an invisible disability. I'm a glaucoma sufferer. Okay. And for those who don't know, it's a condition which slowly takes away your vision over years. Okay. I can see everyone right now. Don't worry, guys. I'm good. But I happen to have glaucoma, and it's quite an interesting parallel because obviously you need your vision to direct and
of course, yeah.
So I have a eye condition. One of our cast members also has cerebral palsy. Another one of our cast members, a few weeks before the shoot, suffered a stroke, but he recovered. And I, as a director, producer, I could easily have replaced him. I just thought, nah, man. In the real world, if you did suffer from anything and you were able to go back to work, you go back to work. Yeah. So when you watch this film, there is a character that you might feel like, should he be on the screen? Should he be acting? Is he joking? Is he not? But in the real world, that's what you might face when you're faced with a stroke sort of warrior, someone who's recovered from that, shall we say. So I made it quite a conscious decision that I knew that this isn't going to be a film of, size zero pretty girls. It was going to be a true reflection of what's around us by way of different cultures, sizes, ages, and disability. I thought it was imperative because it's 2019 and, I can't name one TV show or series where individuals from the disabled community are prominent at all. Yeah, you might have a supporting cast member who just sort of in the background in a wheelchair or something. Yeah. But I could be wrong. I don't watch everything, but I'm not seeing a lot of people from the disabled community. And in fact, if you do see those individuals, they are in a wheelchair. Yeah. And there's various types of disabilities. So that should be accounted for, that should be represented, that should be respected. So when we say in that particular document how we are diversity and disability aware, that's what we mean. We're just trying to shine a light and show love. We know we're not reinventing the wheel here. We're just playing our part in our film. So we hope people see that. You know what I mean?
Powerful, sir. Powerful.
Thank you, brother.
So far, what I've heard from you is, not so much changing the narrative, but making people aware that the narrative has a hell of a lot more angles to this.
No, absolutely.
Like you say, diversity, people with multiple different types of disabilities that are not highlighted, and also changing the narrative of it when you are looking at certain minority groups, that you're attaching one stereotype to them. So, do you have any, I wouldn't say backlash, but any defense or anyone who goes, well, that doesn't feel real to me because their ignorance has come up?
No, we've been really lucky. Right now, like I said, our film is only available to buy and stream from the website, which is www.copfilm.com, right?
Yeah.
We've been very fortunate. We've had a national promotional push on this. We've had billboards in Manchester, Birmingham, and a few places in London. We've been in clubs and bars across the city. The only backlash we've had is one lovely lady who we've ended up being friends. Okay. She contacted us to say it's a great film, love the promotion, love the fact that you're showing love to people with the disabled community, but why are there no women on the posters? And she beat me up verbally. She beat me down. And I had to be like, hey, if this was a film about two girls, on the run, then they'd be on the poster. This is a film about four boys. And so we got around that. But no, the response has been good. We've had one or two trolls because that happens. But bottom line is, I'm told it's a refreshing film. This, like I said, no one uses the N word in this film. No women get called by the B word in this film. There are no guns in this film, and there's no gang references, which is often the case with films with people who look like us behind the film, right? So, it's on the whole, it's been positive, and no one from the disabled community has come at us with anything negative. If anything, there's been nothing but praise. So we're just thankful to be able to be on such a platform to get maybe more people to know about our film, because some of my team was saying how maybe there'd be more support if our posters had brothers and sisters with knives or guns on them. I mean, can I show you a poster, one of our posters? Yeah, or have you seen them?
Let's have a look at this one here.
Right, there's a few posters, but this is our main poster, right? People seem to like it, but it is kind of a bit of a running joke with some of the team, which is like, yeah, Sam, if the guys weren't so elegant, as it were, if they all had a submachine gun, maybe the main press would be more willing to show us some love. You know what I mean?
That's a slick poster.
You know what I mean?
For well-dressed young gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, 3 black guys and a Greek guy. 3 black guys and a Greek guy. And, we could easily put them in tracksuits and that, but that's not the vibe of this film.
No, of course, I like that.
4 young men, close in their late 20s, they're all affluent guys trying to, be good men. They're making the kind of decisions we've all got to make at that age bracket regarding work and love and all of them things there. So if drama, if seeing people from the black community in different ways, your kind of thing, is your cup of tea, this might be your kind of film, man. No disrespect to any platforms, Amazon and Netflix. But, you know what I mean? Not every day Netflix and Amazon, you know what I mean?
Nice.
That's my opinion.
So can I ask, when you watch other... Oh, this is me to keep... Oh, yes, thank you, sir. Yes, sir. When you see other shows or programs that do try to at least represent other minority groups, especially let's go with our own firsty, and you see films like Black Panthers or even when they have things like Luke Cage on Netflix. I mentioned earlier on Dear White People. There's a load of different shows that are out there now that are really pushing the idea of diversity. Do you look at these and go, these are progressive, or do you feel that there is still some angles that they need to cover?
Well, firstly, check what you just said. The brands you just mentioned, all American.
It's very true. Very true.
And so the tide is changing here slowly, but we've got to make those changes. We can't wait for no one to save us. Yeah. With those titles and the few other, Insecure and all them things, love it. And I'm such a geek. I'll get online and see who's produced it and who's written it just for my own knowledge and wisdom. And I try and reach out to them, try and collaborate with them. So anything like that's progressive. Anything where, there's a Aurie Styla like as the lead character, or you're in my friend's film, aren't you? You're in Freddy Krueger's film, right?
I mean, Are We Dead Yet? I want to lead.
We just need more of that. We need more people of color or the diverse natures behind the scenes, controlling the purse strings and making these decisions. Because the facts are, the powers that be, right? Those with the money, if they feel like the bang bang N-word movies is what our community want to see, that's what they're going to spend money on. But, I'd love to see a story of some Nigerian sister who's come over and raised 4 kids by herself. And that's an uplifting story.
And that happens as well.
All the time.
All the time.
But can you name me 5 programs like that? Please do.
Not one.
I can't. It might be an episode in Holby City that hasn't been promoted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's not enough. So those brands there that you mentioned, phenomenal. I need to see 10 in the UK. But as an independent filmmaker with a background from the BBC, etc., I can't sit here and just moan like I used to. I used to watch Spike Lee and God bless his soul, John Singleton, and Do the Right Thing, Boys in the Hood. I used to watch these films and literally lick my lips 20 years ago, thinking, it's gonna happen here, it's gonna come, and it weren't coming. So you can moan about it, or you got to make it yourself. No.
It's very true.
So that's what it's about. So with the shows in the States, I'm just taking inspiration and I'm looking and I'm thinking what I know I can make independently, what I can make in collaboration with the likes of a BBC or an ITV2. But, you know, in some cases, some of these brands maybe don't believe there's an audience. You know, ITV, BBC, and there's other brands available. You know, they've taken chances, they've taken gambles on such shows, to be honest. They have. It's not like they don't. They have, and for various reasons, these shows have not been supported. So what do we do there? Do you know what I mean? You know?
So for you, it's, I want to see, I mean, we mentioned a few American shows, and there are ones that are progressive, definitely now.
Absolutely.
But you want to see some from home here as well.
We need them. Like, in my humble opinion, as far back as 2001, you could probably educate me better. When So Solid Crew bust the kick in the doors, when Craig David came through, look at the scene now. That we have millionaires in the scene now. Yeah. Lethal, Wiley, Tiny, you know, they've gone in it. They've gone clean, right? So, in my humble opinion, that's going to happen in the film scene. It's just we're a few years behind. You know, 2030, I'll be an old man then. But 2030,
you're 21 again, bro.
I'll be 21. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The film scene in the UK might be super healthy. There's a new wave, man, of filmmakers, incredibly younger than me, doing great things, making great web series and YouTube content. So it's coming. You know, but by way of my own personal journey as a filmmaker, this is where I'm at now. I'm trying to make positive, uplifting content and owning it. That's imperative.
Nice. And how can people, I mean, you said the film Cards on the Table. How can people follow the film and also follow you as well? Well,
the film is on Instagram. You can follow us at COTT Film, which is COTT Film. COTT standing for Cards on the Table. COTT Film. That's right across social media, actually. And then the film can be bought and streamed only from and exclusively from the film's website, which is www.cottfilm.com, which once again is COTTfilm.com.
Nice. And what about you? What film will follow you?
If you want to follow me, like, you want to, slip in a DM and then try and do some collaboration.
Not a dating
No,
site
do some collaborations. That's what I'm saying. DM me. It's the number 7, because this is my lucky number. Number 7, and then my surname, which is Addo, which is ADDO. So that's number 7, A for Apple, D for Delta, O for Oscar.
Nice one. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got Sam Addo in the building with me. You're going to stick around for a little bit, aren't you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Nice. We're going to talk topics in just a bit. We've got to play some great music right now. How about some Eric Sermon? I'm hot.